Well, welcome to Locked In, our first official 60 Days In guy that actually did the whole 60 days in.
I'm making history. I'm the first guy to do the JR program into a program on 60 Days In, and I'm the first guy on your podcast.
Yeah, and you were also a correctional officer at Rikers,
Rikers Island. C-74, baby. Shout out to everybody at C-74 at home, man.
That must have been a big episode for 60 Days In to get you on the show.
Yeah, definitely was.
I mean, how many correctional officers do that, go undercover on 60 Days In?
Shoot, a lot of correctional officers don't, Rikers Island correctional officers probably could do 60 days in with their eyes closed, because it's just, especially like where I did it at, you do it in Utah where you got a jail that's ran like perfectly, no issues, everything is how a jail's supposed to be. Shoot, you can do that with your eyes closed, no issues.
Yeah, I feel like this isn't like the reunion of Love is Blind, like where the reality stars sit down with you after and you talk about the whole thing.
Yeah, so that's just what it is, man. Working, going there, going to Utah, it was a different vibe. Just for me, especially, being black, especially like getting on that plane. Like, you could already sense the energy was just like, oh, man, like, this is about to be crazy.
So, did you grow up in New York City?
Born and raised Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, okay. Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Shout out to, always got
That's where my dad's from, Brooklyn.
Oh, from Brooklyn?
Yeah, he grew up in Brooklyn.
Yeah, gotta shout out Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn is where people is made, man. Greatness is made, man. You know what I'm saying? So, when you Brooklyn, you just built different. And
you were just telling me you come back every 2 weeks from your current residence all the way over here just to get a haircut in New York City.
Yeah, you gotta stay loyal to your barber, man. You gotta stay loyal to your barber.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's other barbers, they off the wall now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to charge you $100 for a haircut. So yeah, I'd rather just take my little ride. You know what I mean? So.
Well, you must like to drive then.
Yeah, it's a cool little, sometimes driving is a peace of mind too, get to chill, relax, lay back, just enjoy some music, put on some jazz or something.
Yeah, as you get older, the longer drives seem shorter.
Yeah.
Like, I could do a 2 or 3 hour car ride pretty easily now.
Yeah, it's just nothing to me. Like, I just do real quick, so.
Who did you grow up with?
I grew up with my mother and father. Like, I was the silver spoon kid, as my cousins would say, So, I grew up with my moms and pops. They was, my moms and pops is they well-known people in Brooklyn. Everybody knows my moms and pops. They never hid nothing from me. Everything was out in the open. They had me young too, so being that they had me young, I was always at grandma's house. I was always with my cousins and stuff like that. So, I was always, and I always the fly kid. So always had little issues with my cousins and stuff like that. But, I grew up with my mom's pops. I got a big family, big family. My cousins, they love me to death. My uncles love me to death. So I grew up with one of my uncles. He was like the black sheep. But, he was the guy that taught me everything I know. Everything I know, you watch the show, you hear like, oh, that's the first thing my uncle told me how to do is make a shank with a toothbrush. So, and that was just him, he'd tell me it's people that's like me out here that don't care. Like, I don't care. If I like something you got, I'm taking it. Like, that just was him, and he told me, like, somebody want to take something from you, don't let nobody take nothing from you. That's not what we do. We fight back, whatever. So that's how I was raised.
Did you have siblings at all?
Yeah, I grew up with my little brother. Okay. I got one little brother. Call him Buka. His name is Buka. Yeah, he was like my first son because he was always with me, and I always had to protect him and stuff like that. Till this day, he a grown man. That's still like my baby brother. Like, I protect him at all costs, And, even me being in the law enforcement field, I still think about him, I gotta protect him because you got dickhead cops out here. It's just what it is. So, when I do my job, I just always think about him and I think about my family, So I make sure I always treat people with respect, So, and that was the main thing. Like, every time I do my job, I think about my family. How would I want somebody to treat my family, So it's good. I love my little brother. That's my guy.
How would people describe you growing up as a kid?
I was a chill kid. I was chill. I wouldn't say I was a street kid, like I was, on a street, like a street guy or like in the streets like that. No, but I was outside, I used to go outside. I was the guy that hung around everybody. I was cool with everybody. I was the guy that, people could be like, nah, he good. Like, nah, he good. Leave him alone. Like, he all right. I'd rather be that guy. I was never a tough guy, nothing like that, but I was just always the cool guy. But if you want a problem, we can have a problem. I don't have an issue with giving you a problem. Or, if you want to take it there, we could take it there. But you got to be prepared to come with it. Because, I was, like I said, I had a tight family. I had a big family. So I was always all right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, did I run into situations? Yeah, I ran into situations. I was involved in a stabbing in 6th grade. So it's like you grow up, sometimes you just can't avoid situations. It's just going to happen.
Did you have friends that were getting into trouble and kind of going down a bad path?
Yeah, everybody gets to that phase, it's just a phase. Like everybody get into a situation, everybody upgrowing is different. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter if you have your mother and father in your life, because you can look at somebody like Big Meech, right? Parents both work hard, working people, go to church every Sunday, and look, he just want to make money. He wasn't, and I love Big Meech, and I people always be like, oh, how you in love with? I'm like, nah, Big Meech was different. He was raised to be a good dude. And that's what he did. He was a good dude. He wanted everybody to eat. He wanted everybody to shine. He didn't really hurt God, hurting people. That wasn't his thing. And he got rich how? Because people bought from him. He ain't forcing nobody to do nothing. People made him rich, so it's not his fault. But I just tell people, it don't matter how you grow up. You're going to get in a situation. If an opportunity is presented to you, you're going to take it. Now, that's just how life works. Or sometimes you just get caught up in a lifestyle where you're going to do what you do. You know what I mean? Because it's an opportunity to make money. So everybody's going to make money. And some people, they get stuck in the game, and some people get out. Some people know how to make money. Once they make their money, all right, I'm done with the game. Because I always tell people, there's a lot of city workers, MTA workers, sanitation workers, especially in New York, that you'll never hear their story because they can't talk about it because they doing good now, but people been in the game and then they got out, low key. But some people get stuck because the street life is the life that everybody respect the most. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like the street life. That's what people glorify. Because the dude that's doing good, people gonna be like, oh, you doing good for yourself. That's good. People gonna say that, but and they don't care about you. They gonna look at you and be like, all right, yeah, you got a job. I see you doing your thing. All right, cool. But the dudes that's in the street, everybody got more sympathy for. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude that's out here working hard, busting his butt, stressing out how to pay bills, he can't get no help. Nobody's sitting there hugging him. But the dude that's in the street, everybody like, yeah, you gotta figure it out, man. We gotta help you. You know what I'm saying? Just like dudes that go to jail. And that's where we get to the Rikers Island part. You know what I'm saying? You see all these celebrities showing sympathy to this dude that's Minister of Society. And at first, before I even became a CO, I used to be that guy. Like, oh, you watch the Khalif Browder documentary, and you're like, oh, the CO's just treating people so bad. They doing this to people. They just beating them up. I used to be that guy. But then once you work that job, you're like, is it the COs? You think it's the COs, Ian?
I think there are some bad COs.
You think there's bad COs?
But I also think some of these stories that we do see, we don't see the inmates part. Like, great example, I interviewed the sheriff at Lonoke County. Mm-hmm. There was a viral video of him slamming this inmate against the wall. Mm-hmm. And like holding him by his neck. Mm-hmm. But you don't see the part of what instigated that before.
Well, we never see that part.
Exactly. But that's like with a lot of police stuff too. Like, right. Yes, there are some bad cops, but the majority are good. And you don't see like the minutes leading up to that. Like what happens.
Nobody's never gonna tell what they did, right? It's like every dude in jail is innocent, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I ain't do nothing. Nah, I ain't kill nobody. But in their rap songs, they're a killer. You know what I'm saying? So you always hear these stories of dudes come home and the COs beat me up. They did this. They treated me inhumane. Now you watch 60 Days In, right? You see Fabian, right? Fabian, He going in there, he doing too much. I'm like, yo, he doing too much. I'm watching how the COs watch him. I know, because I know the game. I'm a CO. COs are in control of your life, right? You're in my house. I could bend the rules or I could straighten them out. And everybody wants the COs to bend the rules because you want to be comfortable. But when you start disrespecting and you start trying to come in like you run shit, yeah, good luck. Good luck. And guess what happened? He got broken down. People might be like, oh, that CO's being an asshole. Yeah, you trying to, he was a bit of an asshole, right? We all know that. He was a bit of an asshole. But when somebody's doing their job, are they an asshole? It's jail. I don't have to be your friend. I have to supervise you and tell you what to do. That's it. That's all my job description is, to tell you, all right, yeah, lock in. Here, it's time for lunch. Here, clean up. But then now you come in there, you try and run, everybody, when they had that, jail era, they want to run stuff like, yeah, I'm coming in here. Nah, it don't work like that. You're in my house. I'm going to tell you what to do. Or if not, bet, let me show you. And guess what happened with Fabian? He want to talk. He talking. He talking crazy to the dude. What that dude did? Take his tablet. Took his tablet. He lost his mind. Like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? People, just like you, right? I'm on your podcast, right? You could take every word right now and change it up to what I said. Change everything up because you in control of my life. So if I disrespect you in here, yeah, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm like, I bet. You gonna go your little computer, start changing words around, start doing stuff, editing crazy, and now I look like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, lucky for you, I don't add anything. I put it out raw,
You're not good, but
yeah, that is the downfall of social media. You don't see a lot of it. There's a lot of fake stuff, or it's not a complete story.
Right.
You're missing so much of the story of what happens.
Right. Exactly. So but like I said, with Fabian and the CO, he just did a whole lot of. Doing too much. Like, it's jail, especially in a jail like that. It was, you already knew COs got control of the jail. I could tell from when I walked in there. I already knew, like, oh, nah, they ain't playing with me. Because, of course you want to be a villain a little bit, but nah, not here. Once I walked in and I ain't smell no smoke, and normally you walk in the jail, you walk into different jails and stuff. If you smell like that sweet smoke smell, you're like, oh, yeah, they got drugs in here. When you walk in there, it's clean. It don't even smell for real. It's like, oh, nah, this is organized right here. So coming from Rikers Island and going in, you're like, this is how jail should be. He got every program there. Sheriff Mike Smith, I think he got one of the best programs in his jail. He got everything.
Hey, it's your host of Locked In, and I have to tell you about something that's added more excitement to my life lately. I was sitting on my couch checking out the football games, and I realized I wanted to add some excitement to my weekend. That's when I opened Prize Picks, and in less than a minute, that's right, less than a minute, I had my lineup ready. Seriously, it's easy as picking more or less on player projections. This week, I went with more on passing yards for one of my favorite quarterbacks and less on rushing yards for a running back. The flexibility is unmatched. You don't even need to get every pick perfect to win, thanks to their flex play option. Plus, if you're like me and hate waiting forever for payouts, you'll love how fast and secure Prize Picks makes it. I got my winnings in under 15 minutes. What's even better, Prize Picks is available in more than 30 states, so wherever you are, you can get in on the action. And with features like Taco Tuesday, yes, that's right, you heard me correctly, Taco Tuesday, where player projections are discounted up to 25%, there's always something extra to keep the fun going. Now here's the best part. When you sign up today and use code Ian Bick, you'll get $50 instantly after playing your first $5 lineup. That's $50 guaranteed just for joining the fun. $5 for $50 sounds like a great deal to me. So download the app today and use code Ian Bick to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Why did you want to become a correctional officer?
You think people grow up and say, I want to be a correctional officer?
I mean, some people I interviewed, yeah, because it's a good paying job in New York.
Well, yeah, after they find out about it. But every little kid, you go to a school right now, you think a kid going to be like, oh, I want to be.
No, not one of them.
What you think they going to say?
I'd say cop or firefighter before that.
Right, because nobody know about COs, right?
Yeah.
And this is why I go for, like, people So every correctional officer on Rikers Island is probably from the neighborhood. Everybody. But everybody's in NYPD. You see, they not from the neighborhood, right? If you look at a graduation, Google any graduation picture NYPD and correction, the classes, and look at the difference in the people. You got more of your black and brown people in correction. You think all of them want to be correctional officers?
Probably not.
Probably not, right? So now when you go to NYPD, probably most of the people in correction probably got disqualified from NYPD, right? But they all in correction. But you look at NYPD like, something is up, right? Google any picture you want and look at it and say, how come it's all the black people over here, or all the black and brown people over here, and then majority other people over here?
Why do you think that is?
Somebody got to answer that, right? Because everybody getting disqualified, and then everybody that's correctional is either from Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, the 5 boroughs. But then you go to NYPD, these people from upstate, New Hampshire, different, like.
But is there even that big of a difference in the job? Because you guys are trained with a gun and are allowed to have a gun as a Rikers guard, so why can't you be a cop at NYPD?
I don't know, because then they want to dig into your family history.
And that becomes the issue?
Oh, you can't live with your father.
If anything, I think that's worse to have criminal history at Rikers. Seriously, because a lot of these guys...
It's not even a criminal history, though. Like
like criminal history in the family.
No,
anyone,
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless, like, it's a simple fact of people, even if I made mistakes growing up, right? As a kid, every kid, 13 to a certain age, you're going to make mistakes. Things going to happen. You're going to get arrested for trespassing, especially way back then. Now things is a little bit more lenient, but way back then, it's like, whoa. They lock you up for trespassing. They locking people up for weed. You got too many parking tickets. Like, bro, I live in New York City. You telling me my parking tickets is an issue? You know what I'm saying? Or they look, like I said, because man, when you fill out a background investigation for law enforcement job, you got to fill out your whole life story. So now they want to look at things, look at who your father is, who your mother is, who your grandfather is. And that, mess you up with getting a job. So now you got all your people in correction. I wound up in correction. I wanted to be a police officer. Of course I did. That just, every kid wants to be a police officer or firefighter. Every kid, you want to be a firefighter, but for you to be a firefighter, shoot, I'd rather be a firefighter. That's what I really wanted to do, because superhero job. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love firefighters. But yeah, I wound up being a correctional officer, and I realized what was going on. Once I started working in correction, I liked it. I fell in love with it. Especially with all the other correctional officers I was working with. It's the same type of people that's like me. And the COs on Rikers Island is different. Different from anybody else because everybody's from around the way. Everybody probably and most likely know an inmate. Their family was probably arrested or locked up before. So they have a different respect for people. Have a whole totally different, like, you get like a dude that coming in and want to be like Mr. RoboCop and they're doing the most, and they like, yo, calm down. We not here with that. You got to just take it easy a little bit. Because if you're going to get yourself in a situation on Rikers Island if you coming in being real Mr. Cop, It's hard to be like a cop on Rikers Island.
I think that's like that in any prison, though. Like the guys that become super cops.
Yeah, because there's a lot more leniency. And, now you got all these civilians with the Hug a Thug program now. You get people like Lala that want to go to Rikers Island and go hug and kiss on inmates that rap about killing people, robbing people, beating people up, being a menace to society.
Well, Lala Anthony?
Yeah, Lala Anthony.
She'll go in there casually.
Go in there, Thanksgiving, when you got homeless kids out here, ain't having a Thanksgiving, and she in there, Hug a Thug program, hugging, kissing on inmates, rubbing their faces. You like, because they think COs in there just beating people up. But COs don't beat people up. Somebody spit in your face. Somebody spit in your face. You don't know what they got. Somebody smearing your face up. You supposed to tell somebody how to react to that? If I spit in your face right now, I'm on your platform. I go, nah, Ian, we good. I just spit in your face. So now you got people that's like, nah, man, may spit in your face, then you can't do nothing about it.
But is there ever a time where a correctional officer does something wrong to an inmate without it being provoked?
Yeah, I never witnessed it, but most stuff is always stemmed from something.
Like it's possible.
It's possible. Everything is possible. Just like an inmate. CO don't have to do nothing to an inmate. He just want to punch you in your face because he having a bad day. Oh, I'm just going through something. What the fuck is you going through? I can't come in and go through something and just want to beat you up. But you got to remember, NYPD, COs, law enforcement is a free check for people. So people always going to play victim because that's all people see. Because me, I had to have a lot of talks with people because I'm like, yo, who he talking to? He just told me SMD. You know, but a lot of people like, hey, listen, don't scoop down to their level. They just want free money. Every inmate want free money. That's why when you see a lot of these videos with people telling the cops, take the bell and badge off this, then third. And then, right, then when they lock somebody up, it's, oh, you ain't had to do all that. But dude was just talking crazy.
And then people cheer for when like a pedophile or something gets jumped by a guard or another inmate and it makes the news and people cheer for that.
Nah, people don't even cheer. Yeah, but people don't cheer for it. They want to know what the CO did. Where was the CO? Because even though he got beat up by the other inmates, guess what? Now he going to sue because I wasn't protected by the COs. You know what I say when people go to jail? It's protection. Jail is safer than being on the street.
It depends on who you are, though.
Nah, it's safer.
You think?
Yeah.
Say that to the mobsters that got shaked and killed to there, man.
Yeah, but we talking about years ago.
Okay.
We talk about now. Yeah, state prison probably a little different, but the Rikers Island, even in state prisons, you see it. People got big TVs and it's more protection. Because guess what? If I tell a CO I'm scared, I can't live there, I'm gonna write a statement, put it on paper, and something happened to me, and you still place me in danger, can he sue?
Well, yeah, that
exactly. So people are safer in jail.
Well, yeah, that part. If you say now more than ever, they're not going to turn a blind eye.
But even still, people know how to operate. When people go to Rikers Island, what you think? They got their whole gang. They already got it set up because he might be blood, crip, whatever. Like, we got put in with all his friends. Then you can't even have bloods together because then they all beefing within the sets. Because one day you be working, you having a good day. And now, next thing you know, you watching everybody put on their sneakers. You're like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Now the sets is beefing with each other because of something that happened upstate. And now here you go in the big old melee with a bunch of inmates fighting each other. So Rikers Island is just one of those, it's just a weird place.
Yeah.
It's weird and it's different.
Why didn't you become a firefighter? Did you not get in?
Nah, yeah, you gotta score like real high. Took it like 2 times and you can't.
The physical or the mental?
The actual written, because everybody want to be the whole world wants to be a firefighter. So it's like, it's just hard to get in. You either gotta know somebody or like, some people, I don't know, some people just get in more than others. And then, they had the lawsuit one time where they had to hire a bunch of black people. Like, it's just stuff is just weird, man. I just hate it because it's feel like some stuff is fair and some stuff is just not fair.
And then did you try for NYPD before corrections?
Yeah, everybody. I think everybody that was a correctional officer tried for NYPD.
And what was their reason for shooting you down?
Numerous things. Like I said, I had a couple L's in my life, little lessons that was learned, I had to get over and they used it against me, because they don't care if you've been arrested and you beat the case. They don't care if you've been arrested and they got dismissed. They care about what the charge was. It's like, what?
Yeah, there's no such thing as like innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah,
anymore.
like that's not fair. No, that's not fair. Oh, you got too many parking tickets. Like, I live in New York City. I live in New York City. I can't get a job because I got too many parking tickets.
And yet you're a cop now, not in NYPD though.
Right, so you doing, it's like, come on, because, you got to keep trying. Because then I don't like people telling me what I can't do. It's like, nah, I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna be that change and that difference in my community. I'm gonna help people. I'm gonna get the word out, And what I do, and when I talk to people, some people like, I didn't even see it like that. So yeah, because I understand both sides of the fence. I understand it. I understand what it is to be a civilian. Look how I look. You don't think I get pulled over? You don't think when I'm standing outside talking, I don't have an issue? My little brother, I just told you, my little brother. I'm on the phone, FaceTime with him. Cops tell me he got an open container, he's drinking a slushie. Beat him up. And I'm on the phone, tell him, yo, he get beat up. And my little brother, he know he gonna call me when it's something. If he did something wrong, he ain't gonna call me. But he like, yo, they just jumped out on me. I'm drinking a slushie. I'm in front of my building. I'm just about to go upstairs. Oh, you got an open container for drinking a slushie? Come on.
So what do you do in a situation like that?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna file lawsuits. I'm gonna start pushing paper because that's the only way you gonna win. Because you can't complain to everybody. Because you complain and say this, say that, but nobody going.
When you get pulled over now and they don't know you're a cop, how do they respond to you?
Like
if you look just the way you look now.
So normally I tell anybody, right? Let the cop be the dickhead. If he do something wrong, let the cop be the dickhead. Normally, people don't know how to deal with the police in general, right? So like when I get pulled over, if I got 10 on my car or whatever, I'm rolling down all my windows. I'm gonna turn on my lights. I want to make him feel comfortable as possible. Like, all right, cool. We got that part. Driver's license, registration, I give him everything. All right, cool. Everything check out. Some cops, they're gonna write you a ticket. Because you just got those ones that they're gonna do their job to the T, right? And you be like, come on, bro. Like, couldn't let me slide. Everybody want to get let go, but yeah, you're gonna get a ticket. Sometimes they don't care if you law enforcement. And I'm gonna say, one time, right, I was going to Atlantic City. I'm on I just had my SRT Jeep. I'm doing like 145. I'm blowing it. And the Jersey State Trooper, right? He pulled me over. I'm telling my man, it's like, my friend, we got on do-rags, everything. I'm like, yeah, he about to tow my car. It's over. Like, we done. He not going to care about me being a correction officer. Because, people don't even respect correction officers, especially Rikers Island. They think everybody's criminal on Rikers Island for some reason. They every see as a criminal. But I was just like, respect, right? Respect goes further than anything. Normally people get pulled over. Why you pulling me over for? What happened? Hey, bro, pulled you off for a reason. So I'm just like, I know I was speeding. My fault, my bad. I just bought the truck. It's an open road. I'm testing it out. He was like, I understand. And he let me go. Like, be safe. And guess what? I judged him when he got out the car. Because, the Jersey State Troopers with the blouse, I'm like, oh yeah, it's over. About to slay me. But nah, he didn't. He was like, nah, slow down, take it easy. I understand. It's like, yeah, but you don't hear about those type of guys. You never hear about those type of guys. But now if I was being disrespectful and cursing him out and he pulled me out the car and with my ass, then you hear about it. But respect goes a long way. And if you want to be disrespectful to me, yeah, maybe I'm going to pull my phone out, start recording. Like, all right, cool, because this might go left. But normally when people record and the cop asks them to step out the vehicle, typically it's more than what it got to be. Somebody driving out a driver's license and got something is up. But people just don't know how to do. Why you pull me over? The cop is going to tell you why he pulled you over. Just like the Tyreek Hill situation. He asked you to step out the car. You want to roll your window up. You got 10 on your vehicle. You ever heard of Pennsylvania versus Mims?
No.
All right. I'll let the people Google it. Officer, I asked you to step out the vehicle. I asked you to tell you to step out the vehicle. People don't know that. Ask the driver, you got 10 on your windows. Can't see inside your vehicle. I don't know what you're doing. So when somebody, and you a professional, so when these professionals and these athletes get pulled over, first of all, a football player, nobody even knows a football player. Tell me who played for the Giants. Who's the tight end for the Giants?
I couldn't tell you.
If he walked in here right now, would you know who he is? So you telling you don't know who I am? I don't know who you are, bro. We don't know. We don't know these NFL players by face. Nobody know who they are. So when they telling you, be respectful. Yeah, you got pulled over for speeding. You was speeding, bro. Step out the car. But you as a professional, we gotta teach these young kids, especially for the black community, we gotta teach these kids how to deal with the police when they get pulled over. Don't be disrespectful. Because that's when stuff could start going real wrong for you. You know? And it took for me, and like I said, I used to be that guy. And I just get pulled over. Oh, you pulling me over because I'm driving a nice car. Oh, you pulling me over. I used to be that guy. But then when I started, you know, my aunt, she was a cop. You know, she was a cop, and she was like, listen, for now on, you get pulled over, roll down your windows. Turn on the lights. Don't give them a reason to be on edge. Stop with the back and forth. Because like I said, I used to be that guy. Stop with the back and forth. Stop. Oh, why you pull me over? You pull me over because I'm this, because I'm that. Nah. If they're going to give you a ticket, they're going to give you a ticket. Now, if it stems and goes into something else, then that's when you're going to have to figure it out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, and one time I did get pulled over, and the cop tried to tell me, and this is where you know the bad cops, right? I get pulled over. I always used to call my aunt. I'm getting pulled over. I just bought my Charger. It was brand new. No tint on it yet. I ain't even put the tint on it yet, right? So, you know, normally when you buy a car, it takes time for it to register, right? Take time for it to register. So he's like, yeah, your car's stolen. I'm like, what? I'm like, nah, and this is my first car I bought. I'm like, nah, my car not stolen. What you mean? Like, nah, you bugging. So I get my aunt on the phone quick, like, yo, auntie, like, he telling me my car's stolen. You know I just bought this car. So I was young, so I didn't know you had to ride around with a bill of sale. No, nobody, because you know it take time for your stuff to get mailed to you. So I didn't know I had to have the bill of sale. So he, you know, now it's a lot going on. So I'm like, yo, my aunt is a cop. He's like, I don't care. And he was a sergeant. And he said to my aunt, what are you, a police officer? I don't talk to police officers. You want to talk to me, come meet me at the precinct. And she like, what? It's like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. And then, you know, they bullshit me and violate me and give me some bum-ass tickets. And then when you go do your thing with NYPD, it's like, oh, well, you got a ticket, but the ticket got beat. But it's like, oh, you still got the ticket. He tried to tell me my car was stolen. But now you telling the story and trying to explain it, they ain't trying to hear that.
Hey, it's your host of Locked In, and I need to tell you all about what I just discovered. I was going over my bank statements the other day, and I realized I was spending hundreds of dollars a month on subscriptions I barely even used. Sound familiar? It hit me like a ton of bricks. How much money was just slipping through my fingers every month. That's when I knew I needed Rocket Money. Let me tell you, Rocket Money has been a total game changer for me. One subscription I hadn't touched in months, gone. They canceled it for me in minutes, no hassle, no awkward phone calls, and they even caught when one of my other subscriptions quietly increased its price. Without Rocket Money, I would have completely missed it. Here's the best part. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and even works to lower your bills. Also, you can save more money. Their dashboard shows all your subscriptions in one place, where your money is going, and even alerts you if you're close to going over budget. It's been a total eye-opener. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved people a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions. $500 million! Members are saving up to $740 a year using the app's premium features. Imagine what you could do with all that extra cash. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/lockedin today. That's rocketmoney.com/lockedin. Again, rocketmoney.com/lockedin. Take back control of your finances with Rocket Money. You'll thank me later. Now let's get back into today's episode. Did you try to go back to the NYPD after corrections or no? And they still said no? And you become a cop in a different state. That's wild. Wow. Well, serves them right.
But it's like, and this is why, and this is, I worked in a federal, I worked as a federal correctional officer first. And then I went to Rikers Island. And I was ESU.
You were federal at like Brooklyn?
Yeah, MDC.
You were at MDC?
I was at MDC.
That was your very first spot?
That was my first spot.
I was at MDC multiple times.
As an
inmate? Yeah, what years were you at MDC?
I was at MDC 2015, 2016.
Yeah, I was there in 2016.
For real?
I was there November through December of 2016.
So you was there when like the two fly guys was all in there?
I don't know. I had no social media. I wasn't on a contraband phone or anything. I forgot what unit, but I was there when Hillary Clinton lost the election. I remember being in medical in Brooklyn and seeing it on the screen.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that was November 2016. I had just got transferred from Wyatt. So why would you leave the feds to go work for the state? The feds is much cushier.
Yeah, it was definitely much. Because, like you see, like Rikers Island, you see like they had more to offer. They had they got the emergency service unit. They got, Rikers Island is like its own little place. So they had a lot of units. So I was just like, I want to go work on Rikers Island, yeah, of course, there's more money. You make good money working at Rikers Island.
More than the feds?
Oh, yeah.
Even with overtime?
Shooting corrections, Rikers Island, you don't go home.
How long were you in the feds for?
Well, like a year.
Just a year?
Just a year, yeah.
How long was the process to get in as a CO?
Oh, it was quick.
Because I think back then was right when they were having their hiring issues and they were trying to get everyone in.
Yeah, and then, NYPD take 4 or 5 years.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, so it's just...
That explains why there's more corruption in the correctional facilities with some of these guards. Yeah. So were you there during the Steven Dominguez stuff at Rikers?
Steven, who was that?
He was the correctional officer that was, there was like a DEA agent undercover at Rikers that set him up. An inmate was working with the DEA.
Oh, yeah.
The Spanish guy and the Dominican guy,
Yeah, I heard the story about it. But... it's corruption everywhere, though. Like, I hate when people try to use correction officers like, oh, they so corrupt. It's corruption everywhere.
There is corruption everywhere.
Corruption at McDonald's. It's corruption. It's corruption in the presidency. It's corruption everywhere. So I wish people stop saying that. But I feel like when they do that, especially with the Rikers Island guards, it's because it's mostly brown and black people.
Oh, because you just hear about the bad ones.
Yeah, because people gonna bring in cell phones. Because guess what, COs, right? And I used to tell like, yo, if you a CO and you bringing stuff, you pussy. You a fucking sucker. Because me, I'm not bringing you nothing. And guess what? Have there been an opportunity where people said stuff to me? Yeah. Or you don't bring this, that, third. I don't care. I live for bad days. I survived plenty of bad days. You can't do, what you gonna do, jump me, cut me? All right, cool. And we'll figure it out. But you can't dictate what's gonna happen to you after that.
So inmates knew not to try you.
I mean, of course they're gonna try you. It's Rikers Island. Everybody's tough. It's New York. Yeah. Everybody's tough in New York. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, inmates gonna try you. Yeah.
How old were you at when you were at Brooklyn?
I was 22.
So, I mean, everyone's gonna be super curious about that. Do you think that Diddy is in protective custody there?
Yeah, he's a celebrity.
And by himself.
Any celebrity go to jail, you have to be, you can't be around people. You're a celebrity. You could manipulate people. You could do whatever. Then, I mean, even around the COs, it's Diddy. The CO's going.
Yeah, from my experience, I think they're keeping him by himself.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to put him in a cell.
That's why everybody like, oh, he's not going to, unless he says, I want to be with I want to be out there. And they ain't gonna put him out there. And it's a risk doing that.
Now, is there a private unit for someone like him, or is he just in a cell in the SHU?
Yeah, he probably would be in the they probably would keep him in SHU. But if he feel like it's in, the SHU is different. You know about SHU. So the SHU is a little, they probably would keep him there for a little while. And then if he say he want to get out to to society, then they could push it for him to be there.
But not in Gen Pop.
Not in Gen Pop. I mean, they probably could put him in Gen Pop, but
I don't think they would.
That's scary. It's a scary situation.
They're not going to risk that after Epstein.
Exactly.
So what do you think about the Epstein stuff?
Man, I don't know, man. I don't play with the government, man. I just
don't. From my experience in the federal system, I just don't see how it would actually. I feel like he actually killed himself, and I just feel like it would be so hard to set that up. Because I've seen how correctional officers can be lazy in the feds. Mm-hmm. I just think that they didn't do their rounds and.
Nah, but you got to do the rounds though.
But not ever. It could be missed.
Nah, yeah, sometimes it could be missed because there's somebody sleeping, right? It's like, you've been locked up before, right? Mm-hmm. People put their towels up, right?
Yeah.
And I was the CO. Now, you're not putting your towel up. But guess what? I'm the dickhead now. But for situations like that, I have to see what's going on in here. I have to. So when I go around and I'm ripping people's towels down, and that's how I got into most of my situations, because I'm ripping the towel down. Yo, put the fuck. You're not about to sue me. Your family not about to sue me. Yeah, because the family ain't going. I can't be like, oh, he had the towel up, right? And something happened to him. They want to know why the CO didn't make the rounds. Why the CO let him keep the towel up. But now, if I get into a fucking use of force over a towel, it's just a towel. It's not just a fucking towel. People are dying and getting raped behind that fucking towel. So yeah, when I'm here, yeah, I'm ripping that down. And that's how a CO becomes, oh, the COs beat me up. I ain't beat you up. You fucking grabbed my fucking hand when I went to pull your towel down. You know what I'm saying? Or when I went to pull your towel down, you fucking spit on me. But then you got people, civilians, it's just the towel up. Why you can't have the towel up? Don't you know this is fucking jail? Everybody that's in jail ain't innocent. Yeah, we got family. Everybody got family that's in jail. Everybody loved ones is in there. But you got dudes in there they don't care. Even, when I used to, it's inmates that even knew that jail changed. They'll come back from upstate, come to Rikers Island, and they'll look and be like, these dudes got tablets? Like, what the fuck kind of jail is, what they got going on here? He's like, nah, jail is soft. Inmates, real inmates would say that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, why are we doing this? And then don't you think they messing up the system by doing that? Giving out tablets, giving all these programs in these jails?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, in some way, it's got to deter violence, right? If you have something to do.
You think so?
Well, I think if in the feds, if you would have less contraband if you're able to watch movies on a tablet. A lot of the contraband phones in the prison, everyone's watching movies on it and downloading stuff. And
then what? You get that one nerdy guy who could crack a tablet.
Which
and there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So, come on. You can't.
They have made it way too lenient.
It's too jealous protection. Jail is a safe house.
Like a camp, there's no purpose for a federal prison camp. There really is the biggest joke.
Right, but.
What are you doing with a federal prison camp?
But I'm okay with that for people who deserve it.
A camp?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
But they're doing everything. What's the difference between a camp and the free world? There's no fence. Guys were running through the woods to go have sex with their wives.
Right.
We had phones. We had Chinese food.
Exactly.
So what's the problem?
And that's just like the JI program when I was in 60 Days In, right? In Utah. He got a JI program where we basically just had you just come back at the end of the day. But then he has a program where inmates are getting bused from the jail to society to go work. And guess what? It's a good program. It's amazing, but they fucking it up. Because guess what? They getting the drugs. They still getting high. They still doing whatever they doing. They not following the rules. So you doing all this, putting all of the money, and they paying them. They getting good money too. For an inmate that's in jail, they getting paid good money. So you do all that and they still fucking it up. Just like you said, the camps is a joke. But people still running in the woods to go have sex with their wives and inmates is going to do it and find a way to do shit.
But they should either let them work, and earn money, like some of these work release facilities, like in county jails I go into, and correctional facilities, the work release programs, or put them on home detention. Right. Sitting at the camp, they're not making any money. They're just
working for free.
Yeah.
But sometimes, they just try to, because some people just keep coming back. People keep coming back to jail. It's like, I don't know how people keep going back to jail. Some people, I don't know, my uncle been in jail 100 times. And he already knew the schedule, how it would be. But some people just, I don't know. I can't do it.
So how long were you at Rikers for? How long did you work there?
5 years.
You did there 5 years?
5 years.
And then you leave to become a police officer?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you finally decide to leave? Was it because you were ready to become a police officer?
Nah, they smacked us in the face, man. They first of all, they put people in positions that never been a correctional officer before. Right? Like, one of the deputy chiefs was an ex-inmate.
Really?
Yes.
That he was convicted?
He was convicted.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Really? So we got to call up Mr. Norman?
Regardless if he was convicted or not. I can't even get a job. I was never convicted, and I still have trouble for parking tickets and who I live with.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna let somebody be a deputy chief that used to be an inmate? Who you think he gonna side with more? I don't have a problem with inmates. I don't. But from what I've seen, it changed my perspective of a lot. Right? It changed my, like, you got dudes that's inmates, right? Tell you, yo, and this is where you get into the issues. Yo, watch out. The female CO about to walk, I'm a shooter. What do you think that mean?
Well, as a former inmate, I know what that means.
Oh, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, but for the audience who doesn't, you know.
Right. He's like, yo, I'm going to shoot her. You're like, what? The fuck? You're not going to do that shit while I'm here. Like, yo, move out. They like, and I tell the female, like, yo, leave. I'm gonna stay here. Now guess who got the bad day? Me. Because he want to pull his fucking dick out and try to nut on her. And people in the whole housing area full of gang members, tough guys, is allowing this shit. I'm like, oh, fuck no. Fuck no. Like, yo, y'all allowing your mans, all of y'all want to pull y'all dick out, jerk off at the female. That's crazy. You're a pervert, bro. And why you think all these dudes that, you know, you see them on the train, pull their dicks out on the train and stuff like that?
I didn't even know they were doing that.
Why you think they do that? Because they came from Rikers Island. They say, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They think it's okay.
yeah, you think, but nah, you in society now. And I was talking to one of my homeboys about it. He like, yeah, but they inmates though. So it's okay to be a pervert?
Yeah, I don't understand that whole thing. Like they do in the feds. They do. We hear it all the time on the show. Like why these guys think that's okay.
Yeah, but nobody talk about that though.
You want to be treated with respect in there, and yet you're doing that.
Right.
It's those same guys that are writing the BP9s to the court.
That's what I'm saying. But nobody talk about these stories. Nobody talk about how you pulled your dick out on a fucking female CO. And fucking trying to chase her down, trying to nut on her. Like, what? So it changed.
Or throwing their feces.
Throwing their feces, right.
Through the slot.
But that's what I'm saying. Then people be like, oh, the COs beat my ass for no reason. You see it in the movies, they put all this shit out there about correctional officers. And like I said, New York City correctional officers are different. Nobody's even on that type of time in there. You go in there, you go around the room, they say, why you want to be a correctional officer? Especially after watching the Khalid Broward documentary. You're like, nah, I want to help inmates. I want to help inmates. I do. Like, I know a lot of them, a lot of my friends, a lot of my family. Some people do need help, right? But then you go in there, and like, fuck, I can't even help these dudes. These dudes is ignorant as I don't know what. No, but it was some. You know, you had a group. You know, you cool with. You could reach them. You could talk to them. You know what I'm saying? So like when I walk around Brooklyn, you know, inmates to see me, yo, run up to me, give me a hug. Yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I see them all the time. I walk past them in the projects all the time. I see all these inmates all the time. And someone like, yo, thank you. You never hear about guys like me. Yo, he did this for me. Yo, he helped me out. He helped me understand things different. You ain't never gonna hear that. But if I was in there fucking people up and broke somebody's fucking spine, you'll hear about me then. But you'll never hear about, oh, you know, he had a conversation with me. Yo, you know what? He made sure we got to the rap studio. Yo, he made sure I had a book to write down my raps. You don't hear about all those COs. You don't hear about the COs that take time out to sit with these guys. To be like, yo, listen, you could change your life. I made mistakes. I turned out, when I saw some of my friends, right? Some of them ain't know I used to hide it a lot, that I was a CO or I was involved in law enforcement. And they would see me and they'd be like, what the fuck? Like, yo, I'm proud of you. That's what's up. They'd be happy for me. And they'd be like, yo, I'm happy somebody like you got the job. Because you understand it. You understand it. Because honestly, every black person that does become a cop try to be that help. Try to be that voice and that change. But we get shitted on all the time. Because you got people that's in uniform that don't want us to wear the uniform because of the way we look. And then you got our own people calling us fucking sellouts. How you gonna call me a sellout? Because I'm working, trying to provide for my family. This is just a job for me. It's just work. It's just a job. But you the sellout because you still out here being a menace to society. Robbing people. Carjacking people. Stabbing people. Shooting up a park with kids in it. But I'm the sellout? Come on.
Oh, we've had a lot of, perspectives from good COs. They're not all corrupt. I know a lot of the podcasts like the corrupt ones because of the war
But those
stories.
the ones that get all the attention, right?
But we've had some pretty viral ones, or just good ones,
Yeah, because everybody want to hear the story. Yeah, I was making $50,000. I was bringing in 6 cell phones a day. I was selling cigarettes. Nah, to me, you pussy.
I think it's good to have a balance. You have like this show, you have inmates, you have cops, you have correctional. Yeah, you need to hear all the sides.
Yeah, you should. Because me, as a CO, the type of person I am, you pussy. I'm going to look at you and tell you in your face, if you a CO that bullshitting to inmates, you pussy because you're scared to say no.
But I think if you look at it as like it's like a drug dealer, right? If you make
Do
quick
that on the
money
street
now.
then.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like the money-wise, right? That $5,000 you made for a phone, yeah, it's a lot of money in seconds. But when you get caught eventually for that phone and you end up in prison yourself, it's not worth it.
Exactly. But
Same thing with drugs.
But now everybody calling you the stupid guy. Now, before you was the cool guy, because that's my man. He bringing me the phone. Da-da-da-da-da. And then now everybody like, is it worth it? It's not worth it. It's not. Is it good money? Absolutely. But guess what? The inmate gonna flip on you.
Yeah, overall, it's not worth it. Yeah.
But the inmate gonna flip on you because telling on the police is not a snitch.
Yeah.
Right?
And if it's not the inmate that's getting it from you, it's the inmate that's jealous because that other inmate has
exactly.
it. That's like the guards that sleep with the inmates, which I still don't understand to this day why they do that.
But that's just lust, man. People can't control their hormones. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, but there's plenty of guys on the street.
It's like even when I worked in the feds, right? I work with the females, right? And the females, they sitting in, titties out, playing with themselves. Like, oh, what the fuck? Like, if I'm a weak guy, then I'm a fall for it. But you got, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But the females is, females like street dudes. Females like street dudes. Me, I don't know why you would have sex with an inmate. You know where most STDs come from?
Prison, huh?
And why you think it's like some of the shit you see, some of the shit you see as a CO, you just be like,
yeah, some people are gross.
It's gross. It's like, why would you do that? But it's like when it's jail, it's not gay. But if I sit here in a room full of men, like, yeah, hold on, let me get my my knife out my ass real quick. People I'm like, what the that's.
Yeah, or anything, tobacco.
Right,
in your ass.
Let me put my finger in my butt real quick. They're gonna look at you like, but you do it in jail, it's okay.
Yeah.
Nobody telling they man, bro, I seen somebody cut somebody and put their fucking shank back in his ass. Like, you just cut somebody. That is disgusting. Right? Or most STD, and I remember, right? It dawned on me. I remember I used to like talking to like a couple girls, like a couple of my homegirls, and they would say like their man came home from prison or jail and she got an STD. Like, how that happened? Like, was he having sex with dudes? I'm like, nah. He's sitting there, because I watched it. You get the visitors, they come in, right? Whoever this female is, or dudes even for sake, stuffing shit up their ass, females in their pussy or whatever, and then go to the inmate, he's stuffing it up wherever. And these people, they stuffing it, touching it with their hands. Then they go to the next person, then the next person, then the next person, all up there. So it's like, why would you even want to deal with an inmate? I'm not saying all of them are dirty. I'm not saying that. But there's people Inmates do anything to survive.
No, I've seen some gross rooms, just like the females too.
Oh, yeah,
females are bad too. I've heard the stories, and
Oh yeah, see, at least the federal females was a little bit more cleaner. They different type of. But the Rikers Island, I can't speak on that too much because I never worked with them. But some of the stories I heard is like, whew.
Yeah, and some of these guys are just gross too.
Just gross, like just disgusting. Like, and then when you work in C-74, you're working with the younger population, so they don't know nothing about like cleaning up. So you try to teach them like, yo, clean up, make sure your room is clean, but they ain't cleaning up. You can't, it's just Rikers Island, you can't even tell inmates to clean up. It's like the hardest thing in the world. I ain't cleaning up. And then you get a supervisor that's a bozo come and want to write you up because the housing area ain't clean. Who's supposed to clean it? Me? They gotta live here, but they want to be mad at you. So yeah, dudes is disgusting. So it's like they got burnt, the burnt fingers.
Yeah.
Yo, that's disgusting. Yo, that mean
from the battery.
Yeah, you like, yo, this dude is a crackhead. Like he's looking for a fix. Like he's a crackhead. Like, come on, man. I try to tell people like, y'all don't know the other side. Y'all hear all the war stories. It sound good, but that shit is disgusting.
So you leave corrections, become a police officer. How do you get on 60 Days In?
Shoot, it's like you work on Rikers Island, so everybody always want to know like, oh yeah, let's get somebody from Rikers Island. They want to see how you operate.
So does a producer hit you up randomly?
Yeah, social media.
Or do you reach out to them?
Sometimes it go both ways. Like you reach out and then you ain't gonna probably get a response or whatever. But most of the time they hit you.
How'd it happen for you?
For me, it was it's just one of those situations where like somebody that knows somebody and it's like, oh yeah, cool. Like I think you're a perfect fit for this. So that's how and then they got back to me. So I reached out to the person and it was like, oh yeah, cool.
Were you open to it right away or did you have to think about it?
I had to think about it just because of family purposes and stuff like that. But I was real open to it because it's a jail experience. Like everybody thinks 60 Days In is supposed to be, you supposed to go in there and be a undercover cop. No, that's not the system of how 60 days work. It's a jail experience of 60 days, how people operate in jail. That's why they get different people from different walks of life to go inside the jail.
Are you thinking about, when you're thinking about doing it and agreeing to it, are you thinking about no social media for 60 days, no, sex, nothing for, like, yes. Are you thinking about all that stuff?
I wasn't really thinking about none of that because, like, it's sad to say, but you just prepare. It's like you prepared. Like me, I grown up, it is what it is. If I had to go to jail, I had to go. So it didn't really bother me because my uncle always told me, like, jail is jail. You know what it is. If you sign up for jail, it's jail, right? And get people that go to jail and complain. Fuck are you complaining about? You chose the streets. You say you a demon. They're going to lock the demon up. Don't complain about it. It's jail. So I was prepared. And guess what? That fucking jail was amazing. I got the best of the best when I went there. I was like, oh, snap. I was expecting the worst, but it was the best of the best. It was clean. They made sure you cleaned up. Had a tablet. Only thing that sucked is that I was locked down for 20 hours a day.
So what's the preparation process from the time you get approved, you sign the contract, you work everything out monetarily? What happens? How long does it take to actually where you're getting shipped to that prison?
It takes a while. Sometimes depending on like where they at with it, if it's a rush, because sometimes they always get people that come in the middle of it, in the middle of the show. So everybody's situation is different. So, they make sure like, you mentally stable to do it. They ain't gonna put of course you've seen some shows, they put some weak ass people or like some weirdo people in there, but they make sure that you are, okay to go in the jail. They take good care of you to make sure. And
are there different like price points where like if you drop out on this day, you get X amount of money?
They don't discuss that. They hold back on a lot so I guess nobody can out it. So you wouldn't really know if people still got what they deserved or they didn't if they dropped out. So
they don't even tell you.
Nah,
so you're just going in with, okay, I'm gonna make this much money for doing the 60 days and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But your thought process is like, I'm doing the whole 60 days. I'm not.
Yeah, you like, yeah, you don't know what you're gonna do. Everybody say what they like Mike Tyson say, right? Everybody got plans till they get punched in the face, right? So everybody could go in there and think they gonna do this, that, and the third. But nah, I had a plan. But once I got in that environment and I saw the energy, oh yeah.
It's also different because you're a former correctional officer.
That too, I know how to move it, but still, you still trying to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? You still trying to be one of those, you still trying to give, it's a show. So you trying to, be like, all right, cool. I know how to move. I know how to do this, see what's up, see how things is operating. But you walk into a well jail, you're like, shit.
Had you watched the show beforehand?
Yeah, I watched the show.
What do you think of Lucky Chucky? You ever watch him?
Oh yeah, he do a lot of talking, man. He just, I don't know, he tapped out, like, and that'd be the thing. I'm a tough guy, and like, come on, bro. I mean, I don't know him like that. I'm not gonna speak too much on him, but I just see him do a lot of talking. Just like, oh, he talk bad about the show. He just do a lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? Then you went down. Yeah, did you go into that system at a bad time during COVID? Absolutely, jails was fucked up during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Even Rikers Island was a bad thing, but it's Rikers Island, so you ain't locking no inmates down. That don't happen on Rikers Island. But yeah, you just do a lot.
So what season were you on so people could watch it?
Season 9.
And that's already out?
That's already out. It's complete. Okay. It's done. It's finished.
And was that the last season or?
I don't know. The last season right now so far.
So far, yeah.
So far, yeah. That's the latest season.
They only have 9 seasons of 60 Days In?
Yeah, 9 seasons.
It seems like it's been going on for way longer than 9 seasons.
Yeah, because they like some episodes got like, some seasons got like 20 episodes, it went longer or whatever. But yeah.
So now behind the scenes, you do not have a phone for 60 days. Like you're an actual inmate.
Oh yeah, you can just like, all right.
Now, do the correctional officers know you are a correctional officer?
No, they don't know.
They don't know you're an inmate?
They don't know.
All right, so then I guess my biggest question is, how are the cameras set up in there? And do the inmates know they're on 60 Days In?
Nah, no. I mean, the show been out so long that inmates would be like, inmates would say, oh, this got to be 60 Days In. They trying to figure it out. I'm the only black guy. And I'm from, because they always say New York people got an accent. So they like, oh, you got an accent. What you was doing out here? So like, but I had my story was good. I had a good cover story. So nobody really figured me out. Yeah, they said stuff, but everybody that walked in there, if they didn't know you was 60 days, and it's Utah County. So everybody know everybody. So they were just trying to figure out the show. But then you got the show like, what was that? The one that's on Netflix.
With the other guy.
Where they let the inmates out for 24 hours and stuff like that.
Yeah, sheriff,
so it's different stuff that's being recorded, so you really don't know. You got booked. You got all these other jail shows and stuff. So everybody just trying to figure it out, see who's who and what is what.
But they're just using the actual cameras that are on the pod.
Nah, they got their own little setup in different places, to keep an eye on you and watch you and stuff like that.
But there's not like a camera crew in the unit?
Yeah, they come through like once in a while.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they come through.
So the inmates must know that they're on 60 Days In?
No, they don't know what the camera crew is for.
Oh, okay.
They just know it's cameras coming in there.
Okay.
So, but...
And when the cameras come in, do they start raising suspicions on someone like you that's an outsider?
Nah, they're going to stay away from you.
Okay.
I mean, it's like they talk to everybody. It's just like I said, it's a jail experience. So they're really interviewing everybody, but they just got specific people in there. And like I said, everybody has a story to tell. Like if you look, you got Glory, right? He was the main star. He was mainly on camera all the time because he had a lot to talk about. He was a good dude. So he always had something to talk about. You look, the guy Roach that I was in there with, he was on camera all the time. So people be like, oh, they a mole, But those guys were two people that had good experiences. They had a story to tell, something to build up on. Roach was a funny guy. He was a comedian. Me and him, we was real close while we was in there. I don't judge people for what they do. I mean, as long as you ain't a rapist, for me, as long as you ain't a rapist or you, everybody ain't gonna rock with no snitch. That's just what it is. But as long as you're not a rapist or like a pedophile, anything like that, then I'm not gonna judge you for nothing. Everybody want to make money. Everybody's gonna get caught up in the streets. It happens. If you're a drug addict, that's really your fault for real.
So you ate the commissary food. You did prison wall phone calls. You did everything.
Everything just like an inmate.
Really?
The food was good too. the food was top 10. Like they didn't show, but Fabian was even like, yo, it's too perfect. He felt like everything was just too perfect. Like he felt like everything was just like why was the food? The food was like seasoned. Like we got donuts, like we got waffles, like everything was good.
So you think they did that intentionally?
Nah, but from the inmates that was probably that been there a couple times, they was like, nah, this the jail you want to go to jail in. You want to go to jail here. You don't want to go to jail in Salt Lake City. You want to go to jail here because it's better. Hot water. They got the JR program. They got all the programs. They got everything in that jail. It's a perfect jail.
Now, most inmates, ex-inmates, call it a snitch show. Did you find yourself having to tell or report anything like that?
I ain't telling nobody. Every time you watch this show, inmates do it to themselves. You got if you see cameras somewhere, right? You see cameras, and especially if you a inmate that been coming back and forth all the time, because all the inmates that have been there 1,000 times they'll be like, oh, where all these cameras come from? Right? And you'll see on the show, dude, they digging in the gravel looking for stuff, right? And I'm just like, bro, it's a camera right there. If you never seen a camera out here before, why would you and people do it all the time and want to know why they got caught. Right? It's like when dudes want to know why they went to jail and they throw the songs on YouTube and do all the stuff on live and Instagram and they want to know why they got caught. Bro, it's a camera right there. You're doing too much. So I ain't snitch on nobody. I ain't say, oh, he did this. I ain't have to. The cameras is there. No, but like I said, that jail was well ran. So the COs knew what was going on, and they was just basically like, don't let us see it. That's every CO. Every CO, right? When I worked in the feds, right? The inmates was like, you know how to be a CO? They knew I was new. They like, you know how to be a CO? They was like, just stay out the way. We know when to stop doing what we doing when it's time. Everything stop when they hear the keys. That's what they say. Everything stop when you hear the keys. So you walk around, everybody stop gambling, right? Everything slow down. Then you go back in your office. Because inmates don't want the officers around. But when you work in a federal jail, some inmates want the officer around because some people want to be safe. Everybody that's in jail, especially the feds, ain't a tough guy. It's white collar crime, hackers, all kind of, weird. Feds, oh my God, that'll show you like all the weird stuff people do in this world. So you work there and inmates drop notes on a piece of paper. Look, such and such got a shank in cell 15. Right? Because everybody want to feel safe. So, but you got the extra tough guys that don't want nothing to do with COs. Why are you walking around? You walking around too much. Why you keep coming out here? Why you standing here? But then you got the people that, why the CO not doing his job, they calling 311. So it's like, dang, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? So it makes it a little hard for COs to do certain stuff. But if you do your job to the T, you the RoboCop. Right? It's like Rikers Island, cell doors don't work. When I was there, none of the cell doors work. Inmates come out in and out their cells as they please. And, right? Everybody know the cell doors don't work. Everybody. So now cell doors don't work. Inmates are in each other's cell all night. They all hanging out together. And you can't close the cell door because you close the cell door, guess what? Now you're in a situation. You're in the use of force, right? And should the cell door be locked in jail?
I mean, that's what they do in the feds overnight.
Right.
Here and there's
but Rikers Island is different. Like, we talking about Rikers Island, right? Mm-hmm. Rikers Island, none of the cell doors work. Inmates, you be like, yo, you try to push the bucket out, he gonna spit on you, he gonna kick you, he going, yo, what the fuck you doing? Why you closing my door? It's like, bro, it's locking time. Now you're not locking my cell. Get the fuck from in front. Now all his homeboys coming out the cells. You like, what? Now you in a situation.
So They don't lock them in at all?
They don't lock them in. Inmates walk around all night.
Dude, that's crazy.
They up all night walking around, sliding the doors. They in each other's cells. They take the game cart, put it in the cell, plug it in, and playing PlayStation all night.
Why don't they just fix it?
They've been trying to fix it. They got the new doors. The inmates know how to break the new doors. So, and then you got the inmates, nah, don't close my cell. Leave it open. And it's like, you trying to call a supervisor Supervisors like, yo, they don't want to close their cell doors.
Rikers Island really is a different beast.
It's a different beast because now if I try to close this cell door, I'm going to have a situation. Me, I was closing cell doors because I just think about getting sued. I gotta feed my family. Like, this is just my job. I don't want to lose my job because guess what? And it happened. It happens all the time. They all in this room together. And guess what? Somebody getting stabbed up. And it's always the main guy, right? And it happens all the time. It's always the main guy that be like, I don't want my cell door to work. Nah, leave my cell door open. You be like, bro, I gotta close your door. Nah, leave my door open. All right. Next thing you know, you got everybody running up in his cell. Now he's screaming. Like, yo, bro, just told you to close the door. Now, who the family mad at?
You.
Right? So how can we create a safe environment? But if I do, I'm having an issue every time.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose.
Right? How am I supposed... Like, when somebody get cut, oh, did the officer pat him down? Why are we not mad at the dude that cut him? Nobody care about... And I always say this, we care more for the criminals more than we do the victims. Nobody care about the dude that cut him, right? It's like dudes that come home and be like, yeah, I was cutting people. And everybody, wow, yeah. You know, that's their mans, they cool with them. But nobody like, yo, bro, why you... Black Lives Matter, right? Why you doing that to your own people, bro?
Yeah, it does. I don't.
And then you got people,
that.
all these celebrities, Yandy, all these people going outside the jails protesting. Oh, treat inmates like humans. But they in there cutting and beating each other up. Yo, we couldn't even, like in Rikers Island, you can't even walk people past each other. They can't even walk past each other without it being a situation. Ain't that crazy? We cannot do no movement. If we got one house walking, you can't let another house walk. Whether it could be neutral kids that's not involved in the game. It was gonna be a fight. And you got people protesting for these guys. COs ain't doing nothing. And in the past few years, COs had their hands tied behind their back. You can't control nothing. COs were getting more trouble than inmates. You know what happened if an inmate cut another inmate? What do you think happened?
What, they put them in the box? Or
is there a box on Rikers Island?
Is it?
No.
They got rid of the box?
Yeah, they got rid of the box.
When did they do that?
Leave Broward situation. Remember they said
that eliminated it?
Yeah, right. Instead of people being like, I'm not going to the box, they like, nah, we need to get rid of the box. Right?
Mm.
Right? Because people want to please the criminals. Right? People and it changed my mindset because it's like the people that want change for jail system is the people that want to commit crime.
So where do they put the really violent offenders then?
Where you gonna put them?
If there's no segregation.
There's no segregation. Sometimes they'll do like they'll try to have like a modified thing. But inmates are smart. They know how to get out of it. Right? Because I'm going to be the biggest, toughest guy in the world, cut everybody, and then I'm going to write a letter saying I can't, this is inhumane, I'm locked in, I'm going crazy. Nobody cares about what he did to get there. Instead of being like, yo, well, you put yourself in this position. Because I was raised different, right? My pops, my uncles, if you do something, stand on it. You can't take it back. If you go to jail, you better make sure damn it's worth it. So now these dudes, right, want to be tough guys and doing all this shit, then they go to jail and everybody want fucking sympathy. Fuck. Nah, well, you gangster. What gangster mean? Stand 10 toes, stand on your own, right? And my uncle was that guy. I'm going to jail by myself. I'm like that. And when he always told me, if you want to be the tough guy, you're going to have to deal with people like me. I want your shoes. I want everything. Shit, I want to be involved with dudes like that, right? And when, like I said, I grew up in a good environment, like a village. Like I had my uncles, had everybody that, hey, you could do what you want. I don't care. But if you go to jail, you do what you do. Make sure you just because you want to do it. And don't cry when you get there. You know what I was told? If you go to jail, better have money. You want to be a criminal? Have money. Have lawyer money. All these dudes, oh, we ain't got no money. Then don't be a criminal then. You ain't prepared. You ain't prepared for that lifestyle. You can't be a street dude with no money. You know, Brooklyn, everybody, New York, everybody get money. But when these dudes, they want to be criminals, shoot up a park and do dumb shit. And everybody gonna want to be, oh, they treating us so bad on Rikers Island. Bro, you just shot up a park. And that's when I realized, like, jail is a safe place because you sitting there and you watching inmates just have fun. Like, you look at their charges and you like, yo, he shot an old lady in the park. They shot up a whole neighborhood. They dudes is menace to society. You know, you watch a dude that killed the 2-year-old baby get visits. It's like, damn, what about the victim? You watching dudes that's, like I said, Lala, right? She going here, these rap dudes, whatever, saying everything they did in these rap songs, toughest guys. She in the Hug a Thug program, giving out hugs and food and pizza and all this crap. And everybody care for dudes that's going in jail. Why we care for dudes that's going? If you innocent, cool. Get out. Yeah, we gonna help those people. Yeah, let's help those people. And some people, you gotta do what you gotta do. Understandable. Some stuff is understandable. It happens. You get caught up in a situation, cool. It could be anybody. It could be me. Today, tomorrow. Right? It happens. But when you get into jail and you are the menace in jail as well, that's a problem. And then these dudes still get the sympathy from everybody, from the whole world.
When you were on 60 Days In, do you ever feel in danger?
Never felt in danger. I mean, it's jail. If something gonna happen, it's gonna happen. The only time I realized, like, and I told the show, I was like, I realized your officers don't have like OC spray. Like, why your officers don't walk around with OC spray? Like, at least that's gonna give me like, even Rikers Island inmates, like, when they see an officer, like, they'll be like, yo, officer, where your OC spray? You know, because at least they know if they got to fight for a few seconds. You know what I mean? So it's like, you look around, you be like, that officer ain't got no OC. I'm outnumbered in here because I was, like, you know, the only black guy. So it's like, if something happened to me, I know this female CO can't help me. I'm gonna have a long ride. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a long ride. No, I don't care how tough you are. Even on Rikers Island, your toughest inmate gonna make sure he gonna check to make sure you got your OC first before he do whatever he gonna do. Cause they want you to spray. Don't let all these guys fool you with all this. I was a tough guy. Nah, they want you to spray. Especially if they do it out whatever they gonna do. They know they ain't gonna have to fight long. The ones that sneak off and fight in the rooms or whatever, all right, cool. But then even in that instance, right? You a CO. Because it was a video of a female CO, right? She wasn't helping the inmate. It's 1,000 dudes in this house and they beating up one dude. What you want that female CO to do? And you talking about high-ranking, you know, dude, that's blood. You know, he a tough guy. Now he getting jumped. Who you think the family wants to sue?
The prison.
But not the criminals, though. They don't matter. The criminals never matter. And it's like, you like, yo, why? How come the COs is more responsible than the damn? These are grown men too. We're not talking about kids. We're talking about grown men that know what they're doing. But the CO always get blamed for everything. Wow.
Did you ever have problems in there that did not get shown in the final episode or in the season?
I might have had 1 or 2 situations, and I think it was over the remote. Like, you know, like, because the dude kept putting a remote in his pocket, right?
Like the TV remote?
Yes.
Okay.
But you had some COs that would take the remote. Like, nah, nobody's getting a remote. And it was just because of them. They know people will fight over the remote. But it was one time where dude had the remote, he kept putting it in his pocket. And they put on hockey one day. I'm like, I'm not watching hockey, bro. I'm not watching hockey. They're like, all right, we're going to put on basketball. All right, I guess we're going to put on basketball. So, you know, but nothing crazy because those guys are not tough guys, bro. Like,
yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but those guys in there, I'm not saying they were soft or anything like that, but everybody, they wasn't ignorant. Like, they didn't really care for you to be acting tough. Like, why you think Fabian was by himself acting a fool? Right? Because everybody's acting a fool. If one inmate don't like a CO, the whole housing area is not gonna like the CO. But there, I was like, telling me like, yo, you better chill. This ain't the place to be acting all ignorant, bro. Like, nobody's gonna back you up. Like, they pro-police here. Like, some of them are mostly snitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want, like, nah, this ain't the place for that.
Would they have let you got hurt there?
No.
The show wouldn't have.
I mean, anything could happen. Nobody in there with you.
But are they on call 24/7 watching?
Yeah, but they still got to get to you.
Yeah, but
because even in jail, in prisons, everybody watching. The cameras is up, but they gotta come. They gotta get there to you. So I mean, you sign your, you kind of sign papers. It's a little risky business, but.
What was the hardest adjustment for you doing that show?
Family. That probably was the hardest adjustment, but I had to remember my uncle, my family told me, can't take your family to jail with you. That's why these dudes be going through it. Your girl ain't your girl no more. I mean, that was my situation because I was doing something different, but when you go to jail, your girl ain't your girl no more. Your kids, yeah, you're going to speak to them here, there, but you can't take your family to jail with you. Once you choose to pick a lifestyle and you do certain stuff, yeah, that go out the window. Your day gonna come one day. No, that's why I respect certain dudes that go to jail. Like, it's some dudes that be like, yo, I don't want my mother to come up here and see me. She want to come see me, but I don't want to. She ain't raised me like this, or, I don't want her to see me like this. You know what I'm saying? I got a cousin in jail right now. He know, me and him had the conversation. Yeah, bro, it is what it is. It happens. Now we just got to get out the jam. And he'd be like, I don't want my mother to see me. I'm all right, I'm good. Because she didn't raise him like that. She wanted better for him, but when she's working a job where she got to tend to society, she's tending to everybody else's needs. You know what I'm saying? A kid out here left alone. That's even with everybody in law enforcement, right? Especially these correctional officers. I watched females break down and cry because they couldn't get to their kids. Because you can't go home. Who's watching their kids? Especially their teenage. Teenage times is the worst time for any kid. Right? For females that got daughters, with a daughter, got to worry about your daughter being out here, being a hoe, getting pregnant at a young age. Your son, you don't know what's happening. He walking down the street, get beat up, in the park playing basketball, get shot or whatever, stabbed. Or he just out here doing whatever and you don't know. Because you stuck at work. There's a lot of single parents that, mothers that was there that couldn't be to their kids. And you know how many, some COs, their sons was locked up in it? It's not his fault. And sometimes what? Sometimes I can't be a rat, right? I can't be a snitch, right? They find a gun in the car. The dude that got the gun ain't gonna own up to it, right? So they take everybody. And you say he's the good kid. He just hanging out with his friends. My friends is my friends, right? And now he jammed up in the situation. So you like, damn. So you can't take your family to jail with you. Like, it's hard to have family. And when dudes be going through it, my family don't come see me. It's like, yo, this is crazy. Like, bro, you chose to do something. You chose a path for yourself. There's no family in jail. But when you get to jail, you realize it's lonely. Nobody really gonna care for you. Only person that's probably gonna care for you is your mother. But everybody continues to glorify jail. Jail is the new success. Jail is the new success story, right? And when I was working there at a young age, you hear dudes be like, I've been coming to jail longer than you've been born. That's not an accomplishment, bro. Is that and I always wanted to know, is jail an accomplishment now?
In jail, I guess it is for some people, Getting out, though, not necessarily.
But getting out, all right, cool. But so should a person that worked 20 years on a job and retired be less important than somebody that did 20 years in jail?
No, I think what's important is how the person that did go to prison used their time to better themselves and came out and created success.
Because some of these dudes still come back out.
No, not those guys, but there are people that come on the show.
But you wouldn't hear about them, though.
What, the failured ones? Or?
Yeah, but every success story always starts with I was in jail.
Yeah.
Right? What about the dudes that could have been in jail and made it and chose a whole new path and made it doing different things, but you never hear about those guys, right? You never hear about the guys that was in. They probably never got arrested, but they was in the street.
Well, they don't want to talk about it. There are a couple, but...
Yeah, but I can't talk about it because now I got a good job. You know, I got a good job. I can't talk about certain stuff.
Yeah.
You know, there's some dudes that probably was out here working, getting money, a lot of money, and they got out the game once they got a good job. Because it's hard to get a job. It's hard, especially in a certain time. It's hard to get a job. You know how many applications you probably filled out trying to get a job?
Oh, there was a lot before I went to prison. It was like 100.
Right, and what you supposed to do when you on your last slim is trying to get a job? It's hard. Just like me, right? I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to apply, being law enforcement, whatever, and I'm getting denied. I'm trying to better myself, but y'all telling me no. It's like, yo, bro, like, that's not fair. Now I feel like, I bet, you know what? I ain't supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? But when they put programs in jail, right? Like when you work on Rikers Island, they got all these programs, scaffolding, automotive, cooking, horticulture programs and all this stuff. It's good, but why we can't put that in the schools? We giving it out for free in jail. Why is it not free in school? We're not. I'm watching dudes that got to pay all this money to do construction. All this money to get an OSHA 30, all this stuff. They paying money to do it, but in jail you could get it for free. That's fucked up. Because now there's kids out here that could be, when they 16 years old in high school, about to graduate, you know, 18 and 21, you can't really get a job, you know, because you got to wait till you're 21. So why we can't prepare them for that? Why are we going to put it in jail? Why somebody got to go to jail first? Even horticulture program, right? And I love the dudes that I be seeing that got a flower business now. Like, yeah, like you did use jail for what it's for. You know, and they doing a successful flight, but some of them are chefs now. Now that's good, but why we can't put that in the schools? But you guess what though? Are they gonna use it in the schools? Because it's kind of corny if you go in a class, right? Because I was going back and forth with another person, and they was like, they need more education, free education inside the jails, more education. I'm like, ain't school free? Now everybody go to jail, everybody want to go to school. Come on, son. School is free. Now when you in the gym, and you trying to cry and plead your case, bro. School is free, bro. Especially public school. College, yeah, fuck. I mean, shit, if you're in college, yeah, ain't nobody paying for that. You know, it's a little pricey. But come on, school is free. So I feel like everybody want to be street. Nobody want to go to class, dudes is cutting class and stuff like that. Now they in the gym. Now they want people to feel sorry for them. I'm going to school and jail. Come on, school is free, bro. I mean, some people do have an excuse. Some people, it's messed up out here. Some people do need the help. Why don't we help these people get a job? But we're not helping nobody get a job. But sometimes you can't even say that because MTA right now telling you don't need no education. You don't need nothing to get a job. I don't know how many people applied. I would like to see. But there's no excuse for you not to be working.
Do you feel like law enforcement should experience something like 60 days in to help them do their jobs better?
And that was a question somebody asked me. After doing 60 days in, do you regret like your job? No. If you understand a certain lifestyle, like the dude Brian that was on there, right? He saw the other correctional officer being an asshole. Like in the law enforcement, everybody don't agree with everybody how everybody do their job. You know, whether you black, white, whatever. A lot of people, you know, Brian, he's white. The other dude was white officer. He didn't agree with how he was moving. He felt like he was doing too much. You know, like it wasn't fair. It wasn't too much, but it was a point where he didn't get the guy another tray because he was allergic to fish. And he told him eat around it. Like, come on. Like, you don't do that. Like, give people their minimum standards. That's fine. But then I tell people, I'll be like, this is the part where it get tricky. I say, if somebody did something to your family, right? Dude, God forbid, killed somebody in your family. You care what tray he eat?
No.
You care what tray he eat? You care how he's treated in jail? And that's why I say criminals get more sympathy than victims. Because we even looking at the Lil Durk situation, right? Everybody free Lil Durk. What about that lady that lost her son? That father that got taken away from his, if he was a father, that got taken away. I mean, yeah, he changed his life. It's cool. But he should have been smarter. You rich. You some stuff you just got. And only reason why I don't feel bad for Lil Durk, because Wallow told him, yo, you gotta let some stuff go. So I'm not gonna show sympathy for nobody that told you already.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for these celebrities that have all the money, have already made it, and then they do commit crimes.
Right, like come on, bro.
But they are entitled to innocent, until proven guilty.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying in general the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's not like he did this before he made it. If he actually did it, this didn't happen 20 years ago.
Exactly. But even like I said, like that conversation, people knew like don't listen to these bozos with no money. And I was always, because I would talk to like young dudes when I was working on Rikers Island. Like I'll talk to younger dudes and they'd be like, oh, we'd talk about the whole Lil Durk and situation. And I'd be like, nah, when you get to a certain level in life, he got family, he got feed, but when you got one dude that's acting ignorant in your circle, he's ruining everything for you. And that's why people get mad, at certain rappers when they start leaving people in the hood. Cause bro, you acting a certain way. You're not acting how you, like we got money now. Like we don't have to act like that no more. We good. Like a 5-year foreign, right? And I don't know him personally or nothing like that. I know, some people around him, but everybody mad at him. And it's like, yo, bro, I watched that man grow. I watched his whole music career grow from when he had no hair on his head. He had a bald Caesar, right? And he played the back burner his whole career. Then he became successful. Now everybody wants something from him. And then he cut certain people off because I got money now. It was a dude that was locked up on Rikers Island when Fabio got his deal and started really becoming. And I was having a conversation with him. I was like, yeah, he's not going to deal with you because he's at a different level. And you're still...
You got to cut people off.
Yeah, and I don't have to cut you off, but let's act accordingly. Fall in line.
Well, if they don't, then you have to cut them off.
I have to, right? It's like Jay-Z when he cut off Beanie Siegel and all them. Because I'm going places. I'm trying to elevate. And y'all out here y'all beating people up, robbing people. Bro, why are we robbing people when we rich? I could buy you a damn chain. So when y'all doing certain stuff and they looking, and then when you do stuff like that, now it's like, oh, Jay-Z ain't do nothing for me. Bro, you chose, I didn't put a gun to your head. I didn't tell you to do nothing. I don't owe you a goddamn thing. So now you get in the jam, you looking for me? That don't work like that. And everybody that fell in line and when he grew, they grew with him. They right there with him. But everybody else want to feel like, oh, now I'm going to still come around and be Mr. Tough Guy. Nah, chill. We in a different room. We in a whole different room now.
Yeah, I was watching a clip the other day or reading a news article about the Lil Durk thing. They're like, yeah, the guy's got all this money, but what's he going to do with it in prison?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take care of everybody else. And that's what when I worked in the feds, right? It was this guy I was cool with. I would talk to the inmates all the time, right? Because I was just always curious, like, is it worth it? Like, because you could look up people's cases and you can see how much money they got, how much, you read daily news, you pull up the article, they like $1.4 million in money laundering and stuff like that. Like, these people got money. So you like, yo, like, is it worth it? Like, all this time you doing and stuff like that? He was like, no. He said, I'm stuck in here. Everybody else out there enjoying my money. He said, yeah, my wife, I'm doing 30 years. She doing whatever. She traveling. My kids, I'm not watching them grow. They doing whatever, enjoying off of my money. And I sacrifice, and I'm in jail.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, he got money on his books. Yeah, he got 200 macros. Yeah, he gambling. Yeah, he good. He's the money man. You know, he could play poker for $10,000, but at the end of the day,
yeah, I get bored living the same shit every day when I'm in the same routine. I got to switch it up here and there.
That's exactly.
So I imagine prison when you're forced to do that, you know?
Exactly. So now That's Dirk, anybody, you know, all these celebrities is just like, damn.
I mean, I don't see a way out for him unless he takes the first deal they offer and rolls on some people, because I just know how the feds play. It's not like the Young Thug thing where it's a state case and there's all departures in the feds.
Yeah, we all know it's a whole different game, a whole different ball game.
You can't even compare the two.
And everybody know when the feds got you, they ain't gonna do no state case where a bum-ass cop just, you know, locking you up and, you know, all right, cool, this is what we got so far. The feds is sitting there watching, surveillance, phone taps, wires. They got everything to be like. So when they come get you, they're going to make sure they hold you.
And if they want you as a ringleader, they won't cut a deal with you. Like, you look at the 6ix9ine thing, they didn't look at him as a ringleader, so he got such a sweet deal.
Yeah, I mean, see, now, that's the only people I say need to be free, man.
Who, 6ix9ine?
No, not 6ix9ine.
Oh.
All the people that was involved in that situation.
With 6ix9ine?
Yes.
Oh,
Because you know what? Those guys was tough with the tough guys. They never bothered civilians.
I don't really have much respect for 6ix9ine because he was a part of that life. He signed up for it. When it was good, it was good.
Yeah, but
and then when it gets bad, he's out.
6ix9ine, I always argue with my friends too about that because they're like, "Oh, you like what 6ix9ine did?" I said, "No, I don't respect what he did." But right, say he did, right? Say he was like, "Nah, I ain't telling." And we know how the feds work. Oh, you don't want to tell? All right, listen to this. Imagine your man's dudes you with every day talking about robbing you, and nobody on the phone like, "Nah, leave him alone. I'm gonna talk to him. I got this." Oh, guess what? We just did a search warrant on the phone. Oh, look, they trying to sleep with your baby mother. You still want to do this 30 years for these dudes that ain't loyal to you?
No, I agree, but he made the choice to get into that life to begin with.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. See, it's
how? How did he not make the choice to get into that life?
He wasn't blood before he met these dudes. He met with these dudes. They was like, yeah, this is what's getting it. Mm-hmm. This is what's happening. He got comfortable. Yeah, he started being tough like everybody, right? Like Drake now, he's from Degrassi. Now he be talking tough and doing all this, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the circle they around, they got money now. So yeah, 6ix9ine situation is a little bit more different.
But he made the choice to become a blood.
Because I got people around. I ain't think this shit was gonna go the way it went. Because everybody, then that's how everybody is, right? When they want to choose a street life.
Yeah.
And only thing I had with them was these are grown men. We all grown here. Like, stop being in the streets, bro. We got money now. Trust me, when I get rich and I get money, yeah, like I'm different now. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be different. You supposed to be different. Only time we gonna deal with a problem if that problem block us from where we need to go, and then we'll deal with it from there. But us going to look for people. I was going to rob people, but that's why you got to cut everybody off. That's why people be like, oh, he ain't doing nothing for the hood. And you see what happened when you try to do for the hood, you get jammed up. And that's why Lil Durk in his situation, trying to please everybody from the hood, I don't want nobody saying I switched. Like, bro, you got money now, you have to switch. Because them dudes that can't fall in line, that can't take the fucking shiesty off his head in a hoodie and wear something decent and be like, nah, I'm good, I ain't got to kill nobody today. But if it come my way, I got you. We good. Nah, these dudes, you trying to take the whole block. You cannot take the whole block with you because one, you can't trust nobody. And plus, you still make more money than everybody. They hating on you. They watching you. They gonna line you up.
Yeah, there's no winning.
There's no winning, so you can't take everybody. The only people you could take with you is the people that was there from the beginning that was helping you. And everybody from the block have to find their own fucking way. What you could do is, if you want to help them out, hey, you need a business? I bet. What you got? You know what? Me? My situation, I hung out with a lot of rappers. You know, one of my friends, salute to him, he like, yo, bro, listen, and then do armed security. Cause I like doing security. Don't be just be a goon. Goons don't get paid. You're just a goon that's gonna go to jail for another rapper. So be armed security, start your own business. You know what I mean? Correctionals has got their own security business right now. Help work around with celebrities because it's a legit business. You know? So my friend, he's just like, yo, you want to hang out with rappers? All right, you can still be in the mix, just do armed security. Like, all right, bet. So now I started producing my life to get better. You know what I'm saying? But then I wound up in law enforcement feeling like, oh, what the fuck? Type of like, nah, this shit is crazy. You know, realize it just opened my eyes up to a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, you just do like I just got my business together because it's like if I have a friend that rap, right? I don't rap. That shit is whack. But guess what? Now my man get money, he gonna tell me, yo, be my armed security. Now I'm gonna start. Somebody has to have a job. You ever seen a picture of Lil Baby where the dude was holding the umbrella and like the dude was smiling?
Yeah.
You gotta pay it. Listen, take your position. Everybody has to get paid. Them dudes that's not getting paid are watching, looking for you. Yo, can I get some money? Can I get some money? What you do for this dude? And that's why you always see 1,000 dudes in the studio. And I'll be having this conversation when I was on Rikers Island talking to these dudes. And I'll be like, bro, just because you're in the studio with a man don't mean he owe you anything. Just because that's your man, you have to get up and get your own money. When I hung out with my friends, I always had my own money. All my rap friends, when I hung out with rappers and I was different places with them, I had my own money. I always kept a job. I always had a job to have my own money, do my own thing. I never hated on them. I hung out with my friends. Hey, I could buy my own flight. I got to pay for my own flights. But now everybody in this rap industry looking for handouts. And then when they go to jail, they looking for this. Dude don't even know you like that. Dude don't know you like that. So that's why I said, like, all this jail tough guy stuff, it opened my eyes up to a lot. Only people you gonna respect and see that do gangster stuff and it's respected is the people that you don't even hear about because they don't even talk about it. It's just like, it is what it is. I know what I did. You ain't gonna never hear those guys. and it's funny because Andre Norman, I don't know if you know.
I know.
You know
Andre, yeah.
So then he got the Securus app on the tablets and in jail. So I used to watch it on the tablet and stuff. And only person I respect is Omaha with the Hellcat. You know who he is? Mm-mm. Omaha with the Hellcat was doing an interview with Andre Norman. And, he's talking about going to jail and stuff. And, he was doing, he went to jail for whatever he went to. I mean, got arrested for whatever. And he's just like, a crime is a crime. I got to do my time. I respect that. He ain't try to, they wrong. And then he's like, nah, a crime is a crime. I got to do my time. And when I get out, we're just going to continue to, grow and get past it. Right? And then he had some other stuff on the tablet where you looking and dude's like, yeah, I'm in here for capital murder. And I'm just trying to find God. And I need to be free and I need to get back on. It's like, bro, you in here for capital murder. What? Like, you're found guilty of that crime. like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody tough and then they want sympathy. Oh, I found God and da-da-da-da. Hey, if somebody do something to your family, you care if they found God?
Probably not.
I could care fucking less. But everybody got sympathy for people. That's why when I see like Lala and all of them going and hugging, doing the Hug a Thug program and stuff, somebody fucking take your son, shoot your son for his fucking coat and sneakers because he out. Let me see if you still gonna go do the Hug a Thug program and hear that dude out there be like, I changed my life. Ruin his basketball career. Let me see if you're gonna go on Rikers Island and go visit that dude and say, yeah, come on, baby, it's okay. And hug him and kiss him. I guarantee you should never go there again. Or all his friends that he lives staying with. You gonna go say what's up to them dudes? You gonna go and give them Thanksgiving dinner? Nope. That's why you see these dudes, man. That's why and I always see these celebrities, like, that's crazy. Celebrities going to these jails and they just like, it take me back to a bad place. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, you don't have to go to jail. You could choose the sidewalk. If you realize certain things, I realized certain things wasn't just for me growing up. Right? Certain things just not for me. Like, nah, like, dudes rob a dude because he got something nice. The fuck? Right? Or rob a dude because he got a cell phone. Like, the fuck you gonna do with a cell phone? Ain't no money in that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, my environment that I grew up in, the guys I grew up around, like, we're gonna do something, make it worth it. That's why, like, you hear dudes, I robbed such and such. Who you rob? Now, if you tell me, now, if I like, Rikers Island, everybody got a name for themselves. Well, I'm a shooter. Go look up their case. Bro, you shot up a park, bro. You ain't shoot nobody. You scared. You was a scared shooter. You shot from across the street. You ain't tough. You ain't run down on who you wanted to shoot. You shot from across. You ain't no shooter. You scared. Everybody hyping you up because you shot from across the street and shot up a park or shot up an area with a bunch of kids in it. You soft, you pussy. And that's why I always had issues in there, because I'm gonna tell dudes, bro, you pussy, bro. That shit don't mean nothing to me, because a killer ain't gonna tell you he a killer. Them inmates that was our worst, you wouldn't even expect it. If that's the dude, if he was respectful to you, you was respectful to him. Those guys that knew when you came on a search, they take off their stuff. They already know what time it is. Compliant. Now you start something with them, every CO gonna be like, what you do? Because we know who's the problem and who's the chill guys. So when you mess with that one guy that's always compliant, he don't fuck with the police, them guys that really don't fuck with the police, they don't want you in their presence. Like, yo, what happened? Like, how you get in a situation with him? And it's always that RoboCop guy. Like, nah, I wanted him to squat 5 times. It's like, yo, bro, just like let it go. Like, I thought I saw something. Like, bro, come on. Like, if he squat, he squat. You know? But overall, though, the whole 60 days in thing, like, I was just prepared for jail, though. You know, what you promised in jail? I always ask people that.
What was I promised?
No, anybody. What? From growing up from when you was till now, what are you promised in jail? Well, not now, because now you promised a whole lot of shit. But growing up, what was you promised in jail?
That I wasn't a safe space?
Not a safe space in what you get 3 hots and a cot.
Oh, yeah, you get 3 meals and a bed. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So now people going to jail, oh, we need this, we need that. You know what? We know what happened when they sent all them COVID masks to Rikers Island during COVID time and hand sanitizer? Them dudes was taking the metal out, the mask, and using it to make a razor or using it to light up shit. Stop wasting your fucking money on these fucking inmates. We got people that really need help in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't have a problem with inmates. I don't. If you're innocent, cool, act accordingly. But people do too much for these people that put themselves in this position.
So what was your last day like there? What happens there after on day 60?
Oh, shoot, I was just happy to, I don't know, I was sitting there.
Were you counting down the days?
Nah, they don't let you count, like, you missed out on the days. So you don't even, like, count the days. Like, it just,
so what
after a while, you just don't know when you going home.
Yeah.
So they basically just, they call your name, say you being released. And, you just, it's a relief feeling, like, oh, shit.
And then they give you, like, an exit interview and stuff like that?
Yeah, they give you an exit interview.
Right then and there when they release you?
Nah, they give you some time to, like, they want to make sure your mental is right, make sure, because, some people, jail could really fuck you up. But if you're not prepared for it, you got to be strong, bro. It's jail. Like, one of the girl that was on there, Nina, it's like, I'm ready for my jail era. All right, you ready for the tough guy era? But complained about everything in the jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be a jail era and you complaining every 5 minutes. Oh, it stinks. Oh, the food is horrible. Oh, why is he telling me what to do? Jail. What they say, somebody's gonna tell you when to eat, shit, sleep. Just chill. Prepare yourself for it. You complaining the whole time, but you're ready for a jail era.
Would you do it again if you were given the opportunity?
Yeah, I could do it again. Jail, I mean, I hate to say it, but jail is jail. It is what it is. I don't know if it's just, like, I don't want to go to jail. That's why I chose a different path for myself. I made my life better. I'm not saying I'm better than nobody else, but I do what I do to try to help others. And I feel like me doing it, I'm able to reach people a little bit more different. That's why I wanted to be in law enforcement, especially the way I am and where I come from. Is try to help the people that, like me, I grew up with that circle that kept me, tame, right? Like kept me in the, like, I'm not gonna say they protected me, but they made sure, like, hey, if you want to be in the streets, this is what it come with. Like my parents, they never hid nothing from me. Like, if you do crack, that's you're gonna be right there. See that? That's what happens when you do drugs. Oh, look, this is what happens when you don't roll your own weed. Somebody gonna lace it, right? And that's why I come to the Diddy stuff, right? Like, oh, they was drinking alcohol and the alcohol was, you know what I do when I go to people's parties? Yo, this regular juice. Like, is it something in here? Like, and that's how, like, if, you don't let nobody pass your open bottle, right? That's how I was raised. You don't take stuff from people you don't know. No matter what the environment you in, right? Like when you buy a drink in a club, you take your drink with you. You don't leave it on the table and come back and drink it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that whole jet era shit is just retarded, bro. But you know, people want to be in certain positions and complain about it. So like I said, my family didn't raise me to complain about nothing. It was as if you do something, stand on it. Have kids, take care of your kids. That's it. You know, you do something in the street, if ain't nobody put a gun to your head and tell you to do it, then you did it. And hold it down. Can't snitch on nobody. You know, family ain't gonna, can't snitch on nobody. Because now, like me, I'd rather be in law enforcement than be called a rat or a snitch. You know what I'm saying? So at least I'm doing something positive. Like I'm saving lives here. You know what I'm saying? And Lala ain't giving me no hug and kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and I'm jealous. I don't care if nobody say it. Yeah, I'm jealous. She ain't coming giving me no hug.
You just want to sit down with Lala.
Yeah, like she ain't giving me no hug and kiss, and I'm out here saving lives. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm out here dealing with stuff where sometimes I'm in a situation like, yo, that was crazy. I almost ain't make it home. Yo, this dude just rubbed his blood all over me. I had to hold his face together after he got shot in the face. You think people come to me and be like, yo, thank you? You think after a female gets shot by a dude because she ain't talking to him, you think she gonna be like, oh, thank you? Nope. You think anybody tell me thank you?
Well, I appreciate it.
Nah, I'm just saying, but then you get people out here, fuck the police, you piece of shit. Like, yo, bro, you don't even know what I do.
But that's why it's good to have these conversations.
Yeah.
You know, more law enforcement needs to do that and not be so anti that, you know?
Yeah, and that's why I do this, because, and my mother, she always pushed me to do this stuff, because we have conversations and we talk about it all the time. And she like, nah, I want you to, and because I don't like talking about it. Like me, like I said, I was.
You don't like talking? You did pretty good. You went for 2 hours.
Yeah, because I lately been, you know, trying to open up about it, because my mom just like, yo, like tell people, you know, my pops, like, because after I got into law enforcement, I started showing them videos and showing them how people act, and they like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And everybody always think black people got a problem with the police. Black people don't have no problem with the police at all. Black people don't have a problem with the police. All the ignorant people, yes. Ignorant people, yes. The people that, oh, y'all just bother me for no reason. Bro, you are a problem in society, bro. You're known for carrying a gun. You're known for doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that blow cops is harassing. Bro, do they harass? They bother you? Yeah. You got dickheads. Just like we got dickhead civilians. You got dickhead cops. And trust me, behind the scenes, a lot of cops get into a lot of altercations because other cops do dumb shit. Like, yo, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So people just gotta get that. We gotta get that balance. And will we get the balance? Probably not. Right? Probably not. Just like Kamala Harris, every time they want to legalize marijuana. So when everybody start doing crack, you want to legalize crack too? You know what I'm saying? People gonna break rules regardless. You know what I'm saying? And even when she was just like, oh, what you gonna do for black men that's in jail? Well, I don't care what color you are. You commit a crime, you're going to jail. And I don't have nothing to do with that, because every state is different on how they run their jails. Right? Rikers Island, wild fucking place. Utah County, you're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody run their shit how they run it. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta find that balance in law enforcement and society, and I'm trying to do that. And there's a lot of guys that are, you know, like Trey Mosley. He's another guy from LA cop, and he discusses a lot about, you know, he breaks it down way better than I can about policing and stuff like that, and how people act and the interactions he have and stuff like that. So, you know, we just gotta try to fix that problem, son. Like, people love the police, man. People love the police. You might not like it. The only people that don't like the police or have more of an issue with the police are people that want to, commit crimes, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, people that want the jail system to be better, how about we stay a fuck away from there? It's like a Diddy party, right? It's like a Diddy party. Like, if you know what shit going on there, why you keep going back?
It's very true.
Like, fuck no. Like, would I want to go back to Utah County if I had to go to jail? Absolutely. I'm in my cell 20 hours a day. The food is good. I get to work in the JI program, get to go outside freely. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Would I do it on Rikers Island? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? It's dirty. You know, every COs is, because Rikers Island COs is chill, because you got to be chill. So, yeah, I don't want to do my job on Rikers Island. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. people just want to beat you up because they want to. But if I had to sit on Rikers Island, yeah, then I know how to move. Like, yeah, now I gotta fight. It is what it is. Just try not to get cut. But it's just a whole different environment, man. And like I said, these celebrities, man, they ruining these kids, man. Because now every kid think they gotta go to jail to have a success story. Now, how am I supposed to tell a young kid, nah, don't be in the streets? But then you got people like when you watch like a Young Thug and Lil Durk situation, it's like, oh, I can mess my life up, then get it right. And guess what? People gonna have sympathy for me. People gonna show me more love.
Yeah, a lot of these kids look up to individuals like that.
Exactly. Why do you think all these kids move how they move? And I just be like, that's crazy. Kids don't want to work. And that's what Omaha with the Hellcat was saying. It was like, y'all can't even find a plumber. None of these young kids want to work. I mean, guess what? The dude that got out of jail gonna tell you, yeah, I did 15 years, now I'm a plumber, I got my plumbing business. Like, fuck. Like, why we gotta keep going with that success story? That's not a success story. I'm happy that people get their life together that did it. The people that did it once and got their shit together, I'm like, I respect it. I respect it. 100%. But all these dudes that keep going back and forth, come on, son. You ain't getting it. You ain't doing nothing. You still trying to leech off of people. Still trying to rob people. People that work hard for their stuff. And when you show so much sympathy, like even you see like the videos of people stealing Hellcats and all of this stuff, like them dudes go to jail, people be like, yeah, free him. But I just pay $100,000 for my damn car. You gonna steal it? I work hard for this, you know what I'm saying? Time after time I work hard. And then now the criminal get to go to jail. It's not a violent crime. So now he get to have the best life after he done tore your fucking car up. Probably had one of a kind too. You know what I'm saying? Put all your work into it. You know, the insurance ain't gonna pay for the work you put into it. They're gonna pay for the base model of the car. So it's like, come on, man.
It's tough.
It's tough. And people gonna care more about the criminal than the suspect.
Well,
I mean, than the victim.
Hopefully, that this interview today inspires some people to listen to your advice.
Anybody listening, people gonna be like, "Oh, you're a sucker and shit." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Like I just keep my youngins that I was able to take under the wing. Like I said, I walk past them every day. Go to projects, walk past them, go over here, go over there, walk through Brooklyn. My mother was shocked one day. This inmate came up to me and hugged me. She's like, "Well, you know, why are you hugging you?" I'm like, "Nah, it's one of the young inmates I had in there." She's like, yeah. She's like, at that point, she just like, she was proud of me. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, everybody gonna listen to a rapper, but I could tell you the same thing. I could tell you I'm not gonna say I've been in a situation on people's shoes, you know, because some people's situations are fucked up where they have to, like, if I, God forbid, if I had to feed my family, I'm gonna do what I gotta do for my family, right? So, because you can't get a job. And guess what? All the girls like the tough guys anyway, right? Because that's what boys, why you think all these guys walk around here being tough? Because girls like it. But I'm telling you be the police, they gonna like you too. You be a CO, they gonna like you too. Trust me, them girls, when they used to come visit their dudes, come on, COs is taking inmates' girlfriends home.
I've heard of that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think your girl coming to visit you, she using that as an excuse to come see, other COs.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
You ever bring a girl, you ever bring one home?
Nah, I ain't bring no one home, you know what I'm saying? But you get, like, stop thinking that,
Mr. Steal Yo Girl.
Yeah, Mr. Steal, like I'm saying, like, some COs is in full relationship with dudes' girlfriends now. You know what I'm saying? So, They messing with our CO chicks. We messing with they chicks.
It's very true.
You know what I'm saying? So don't, like, everybody, it's okay to work, man. It's okay to get a job. Just because you in law enforcement, correctional officer, police officers, security, everybody gonna mess with the same girl.
Yeah. Shout out to all of our law enforcement officers listening.
Yeah, everybody gonna mess with, trust me. You don't think all these law enforcement dudes out here, chicks love the uniform. You see how they be taking pictures of dudes and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come on. They like the tough guys too, but
they love a felon though.
They love a felon, but they love them to a certain extent because they gonna like who they like regardless. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, don't think that you gotta be in the streets. I mean, it's just a faster way to get to the girls, but you still can be outside. You can still go outside. It's okay. They're all in the clubs. They at college. Go to college. But I was listening to Cameron podcast, right? And he was like, the girls get their wholeness out in college. Like, that's the time. Go to college, bro. Go to college. He was like, yo, the girls, you know, they feel like if they get it done in college, once they get successful, you know, all that don't matter no more. So go to college, bro. I wish I would have went to college. I always like, I should have went to college. Yeah. But listen, the girls is gonna be everywhere. And you don't want that dirty girl that been around a bunch of street dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because girls, they start to realize a certain lifestyle. They realize like, nah, I don't want this dude no more. He a piece of shit. He don't want to work. Like, bro, but you knew that though. Because streets don't last forever. That shit come to an end real quick. That shit, everybody can't be Big Meech. Everybody can't be Big Meech. You know what I'm saying? And when you get locked up, that girl that unless you want to get married and you know you're about to do time, you better hurry up and get married so get your visits and know your girl is yours. But bro, you about to go away. Somebody gonna be with your girl. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably gonna be somebody that's already in the circle. Like, God forbid if Dirk, right? His situation, he found guilty, he got to do all these years. Who you think India gonna mess with? She ain't gonna go find no random dude, no regular dude. It's gonna be another rapper. Or it's gonna be somebody in the camp where it can't get out. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be careful. And that's why you can't take your fan. You lose all of that when you go to jail. And they want you to lose all that. So you gotta stay away from it. If you ain't prepared for that, if you a jealous dude, don't go to jail. If you think your girl is your girl, don't go to jail. But you know what I realized I lost in life? And I was like, dang, dudes in jail really get all the girls. like dudes would get their visits and they be like, who is it? You be like, yo, I think her name Keisha. He like, nah, tell her I don't want to see her. I'm waiting for Kim to show up. You like, what the fuck? Dudes be on the phone yelling at different girls. Send me the fucking money. They hanging up the phone on girls.
These girls do it.
I'm like, yo, I get an argument with a chick. Life is over.
They're loyal.
You know what I'm saying? I get arguments. They don't want to talk to you no more. You the piece of shit. It's like, yo, these girls be boo-hooing, crying over dudes. It's like, yo, that's crazy.
It is.
and it was a military dude. He like, I was in the military. My girlfriend cheated on me. I was away in Iraq for her. I'm like, damn, but a dude that's doing 10 years in jail, girl, gonna hold it down. I said, this is crazy. But how you gonna tell people to do the right thing when the wrong thing is the right thing to do? If that makes sense, right? Yeah. It's like the wrong thing is the right thing to do.
You're very right. But thank you, bro, for coming on the show today, man.
No, absolutely.
It was great talking with you today, Chad, and thanks for spending your Sunday with me.
Yeah, absolutely. I really, like I said, I want to sit in a room with people that's probably, I mean, we could go have this conversation back and forth, man. Because like I always had this conversation with people back and forth all the time, man. And like I said, we gotta try to find that balance, man. If you've been to jail, cool. Like I said, my family been in jail. I got a family member in jail right now. I got one of my little brother, his friends in jail right now. All right, gotta be just act according.
Yeah, having this dialogue is good.
You know what I'm saying? Get home.
Yeah.
Use the programs so that way you get home, you're not dependent on nobody.
Well, you just said there was too many programs.
Nah, but but you might as well. But if it's free, use the program. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, call your loved one. If they in jail right now, call them and be like, what you got going on? If they ain't got nothing going on, yeah, they gonna wind up right back. Especially if they got short time. They got short time, they gonna wind up right back.
Wise words of the day.
That's that. Listen, call them. If they worried about who got shot on the block or who beefing with who, yeah. Fucked up. He already gonna wind up back in jail. But you gotta make sure those people, especially if you love your kids and you got a loved one in there, encourage them to take advantage of the programs. It's there, it's free. You want to make sure they come home, try to get home to a job. At least plumbing, something they could do, working on cars, whatever it is, where they could make money to do something for themselves other than trying to get a job. So and I like I said, I salute to all the guys that went to jail, started their entrepreneurship and building flowers, chefs. So selling flowers, being a chef, working on cars. Those are the guys you wanna want to talk to. Everybody can't be Big Meech. Big Meech was a different type of guy. That's why everybody respect him so much. You know what I mean? So success, man. Everybody can't be Big Meech. I would love to be Big Meech, but everybody can't be Big Meech, man. Big Meech, like I said, Big Meech situation, I'm happy he home. And I hope he do the right thing and stuff like that. But he's one of those guys, when you follow the situation, both parents in the house, went to church every Sunday, caring family, but things do happen. And what he did, he tried to help people get money. He wanted everybody to be good. He didn't care about robbing people. And how did he get rich? Because people bought it, right? It's like McDonald's. Like, oh, McDonald's is bad for you, but we still fucking buying it.
They still buy it.
You're still buying it, right? Like, you're still buying the McDonald's. You're making McDonald's rich. If you feel like McDonald's is a piece of shit, then we got to stop buying McDonald's. But nah, we all fucking in the line. You know what I'm saying? That's why all these, and like I said, right? People be mad at the drug dealer than mad at the person that's taking the drugs. Fuck you mad at the drug dealer for? Listen, if I got poison and people buying it, that's your fault. So, like the guy Roach, as I used to tell him, like, bro, if you're a lab rat, then you're a lab rat. You're making a drug dealer rich. If I'm selling something and it kill you, oh well. If people keep buying it from me, oh well. That's your fault. You're buying it. You don't have to buy it. How many times you hear about drugs killing people?
All the time.
Exactly. And guess what? People like, fuck, yeah, let's do it. Let's do the drug. Like, even when I was in there in the program, you had people like, nah, when I get out of here, I'm gonna do a whole line of cloak. Oh, I'm taking 2 blues and I'm gonna get a Narcan, have a Narcan on standby. I'm like, yo, these dudes don't want to get right.
It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. like, and I'm like, how you gonna be mad at a drug dealer? You can't be mad at a drug dealer because the drug addicts is making them rich. You can't be mad at those people. So shout out to Big Meech, man. I'm happy he home, man. Hopefully he could encourage people. I mean, what can you encourage people to do nowadays?
To do the right thing.
Can't, because the wrong thing is the right thing now.
Well, you try, you
so
know?
now you just be, like I said, you just be like,
Yeah.
Everybody just choose their own path. And like I said, if you want to be in the streets, you want to be a gangster, gangster life is lonely.
Definitely.
So if you're not prepared to be alone by yourself and not complain about it, don't do no crime.
But thank you again, man, and
Yes, sir.
safe travels back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate the opportunity.
Of course.